Software developers can make as much as $240,000 a year. In this video, we're going to see if we can replace that whole entire salary with an income portfolio. We're going to use the cover call ETF called QQQI, and we're going to use its 14% monthly paying dividend yield in order to get our figures. We're going to break the salaries down into 3 categories: entry, median, and peak level. All right, guys, let's get to the numbers. To get our equation, what we're going to have to do, we're going to take the salary and divide it by 0.14. That's going to give us the amount of QQQI we will need to replace each salary level. The entry level for a software developer is $85,000 a year. So if we wanted to get our QQQI figures, we would have to take 85,000 and divide it by 0.14. That's going to give us $610,000. That's right, guys. We're going to need $610,000 worth of QQQI in order to replace the entry-level salary of a software developer. A $610,000 QQQI portfolio will generate $7,100 a month in passive income. The mid-level salary for a software developer is $135,000 a year. So if we want to get our QQQI figures, we're going to have to take $135,000 and divide it by 0.14. When we solve this equation, that's going to give us $965,000. So we will need $965,000 worth of QQQI in order to replace the mid-level salary of a software developer. A $965K QQQI portfolio is going to produce $11,250 a month in passive income. Finally, the peak salary. So a peak salary for a software developer is $240,000 a year. So if we wanted to get our QQQI figures, we're going to have to take $240,000 and divide it by 0.14. That's going to give us $1,715,000 that we would need to have invested into QQQI in order to replace the peak salary of a software developer. This type of portfolio amount is going to pay us $20,000 a month in passive income. Let's do a brief summary. So to replace the entry-level salary of a software developer, we're going to need $610,000 invested into QQQI, which is going to pay $7,100 a month. To replace the median salary, we will need $965,000 worth of QQQI, which is going to pay us $11,250 a month. And last but not least, to replace the peak salary, we will need $1,715,000 worth of QQQI, which is going to pay us $20,000 a month. That concludes the numbers. Software developers, they make great money. And the second benefit of being a software developer is they work remotely. And thirdly, if you want to build wealth really fast, you might want to work as a software developer, because these type of people, they make way above average income. Here are some cons of being a software developer. Number 1, the competition is very high. And number 2, there is constant learning. And the reason why is because you got to think about technology. Technology is always evolving. It's always advancing, and we're always going to have new companies that wants to take the title of being number 1. A job takes up your time and energy. But if you have enough assets to pay your bills, especially assets that pay passive income, that's what's going to equal freedom. So what does financial freedom look like? Spending time with family, spending time with friends, don't have to wake up at a certain time. You can do what you want to do. If you want to retire early, there's 2 questions you need to ask. What is your FIRE number? How much money will you need in order to replace your salary or just to replace your bills, right? And then the second question is, what are you willing to sacrifice to get your financial freedom number? Once when you have those 2 questions answered, then you can pursue your financial freedom journey. That wraps up the video, but before we do a final wrap up, guys, I am not a financial advisor. This video is for information and entertainment purposes, so please do your own due diligence. And also, guys, QQQI is a great investment in my opinion. But just like with any other investments, it carries risk, especially in the downturn market. In the downturn market, the NAV can erode, the dividend can decline, and we can also go through dividend cuts. So never invest all of your eggs into one basket. Hey, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button and hit that subscribe button also. And last but not least, hit that notification bell so you know when my next videos will pop up. All right, guys, once again, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next video.